Yes. People, what's going on? It's Egal Talks About. We're back again with another video. Once again, I got my brother HUSAM in the building. It's been a minute. Last time we met, it was just before you were about to play the League Cup final, and you ended up losing. But who cares about that? In the grand scheme of things, you won the league, and that's all you cared about. Let's be honest. I did tell you if you lose the League Cup, you wouldn't care as much.
I don't, because we're league champs.
There you go.
I do not give a shit.
At the time, you were trying to give me that, like, I know we have to win both. But at the end of the day, all you care about is winning the league.
No, of course we have to. I would much rather have won both, so we could say it.
I didn't see celebration streams. I didn't see all the like victory celebrations, and like you kind of kept it humble. I'll keep it real.
For what? The Premier League?
Yeah.
Yeah, when we lifted.
I feel like you would have done way more the first time you won it.
No, I just think it's. I'm just waiting for us to actually lift the trophy, because we haven't lifted it yet. Remember, we haven't lifted it yet. That's the thing. So I'm waiting for us to lift the trophy, and then the celebrations will commence. You know, so I'm just waiting for us to lift the trophy. Actually, I think our last home game is against Crystal Palace, so we're going to be lifting the trophy against Crystal Palace. So I wait for that moment, and then the celebrations start. So yeah, can't wait.
Fair.
Can't wait.
You know what? I can't say nothing negative, man. You guys deserve it. We've already spoken about this. There's an apology video out. If people haven't seen it, I clipped up a little bit of that video that we did in before the Newcastle game, and yeah, common sense prevailed. Hopefully, everyone just leave Liverpool alone and let them enjoy their league title.
Everyone, meaning you.
Meaning mostly Arsenal fans, because I do feel like Arsenal fans, including myself, has belittled Liverpool a lot this season, and you guys don't deserve it. So fair play. Is HAMZA coming? Yes, HAMZA will be coming hopefully very soon. But before we go any further, it has been confirmed, HUSAM, the guard of honor will be given. But you know one thing, as it should. Like Troy Deeney said it's an embarrassment. Arsenal shouldn't do it, but I'm like, that I think it would be more of more headlines if Arsenal said they confirmed that they're not going to do it. But Mikel Arteta confirmed we will be giving the guard of honor. Chelsea gave it to you last week, and
it's just tradition, whether people like it or not. It's just tradition. It's just how the English game is played. It's been this way for the longest, and it's just the rules. You know, Liverpool have given Arsenal a guard of honor before. You know, Manchester City have given Liverpool a guard of honor. So like. This is the thing. So it's not something that's new, to be honest with you. It's something that's existed throughout since the beginning of time. And for me, listen, you shouldn't ruin traditions just because you're salty. At the end of the day, listen, Arsenal have already clapped for Liverpool before under Mikel Arteta, and Arsenal did a way more embarrassing guard of honor for Robin van Persie 15 years ago, which is way worse than anything you could experience this Sunday. So yeah. That's what I'll say. I'm calling HAMZA, by the way. I'm trying to get his ass on the fucking stream. Bro, he's useless.
Guess what? Anytime they talk about iconic guards of honor, this is what they talk about. Van Persie. I don't know what the significance of Ruben Loftus-Cheek is in this situation, but that's random. But yeah, the main one is this one here. This is the guard of honor everyone remembers.
Yeah, no, that one's the humiliating one right there.
Yeah, it was
because you sold Van Persie little the summer before,
and the beef with Arsene Wenger and Jose.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is, we were the only team that gave them a guard of honor in the 2013 season. We were the last team. We were the only team to give them a guard of honor, I think.
Are you sure about that?
How many teams did they play and come to their ground? They gave them a guard of honor.
I definitely know that they've gotten other guards of honors, not just from you.
Because
who else was in contention to win the league with them that year? They must have won it early.
It was 2013, right?
Yeah, no. 2012 was Aguero. Yeah, 2013, yeah.
Yeah, so 2013, Man United 2013. I can't even go and find the pictures.
I can't even remember either. I'll be honest with you. What, we're gonna go look at fixtures from 2013?
But you know what? Arsenal's gonna give respect to Liverpool, but there was some disrespectful comments you said Arteta made recently, and you disagreed with fully. Arteta made the comment that he said at this point of the season, Liverpool's points tally, which they confirmed the league, is less than what we ended the season the last 2 years, which is actually correct. That is what he meant. He didn't say at this point of the season, last 2 years, we had 80-something points and we would have won the league this year if we did the same thing. That's not what he said. He said the points tallies that we ended the season the last 2 years, 38 game season, was less than what Liverpool's league title was confirmed with.
Here's the thing. Arteta's wrong regardless, because he's comparing game week 38 versus game week 35. Whether he likes it or not, game week 35 Liverpool Football Club this year has more points than game week 35 Arsenal last year and the year before that. So you've had more points than you the last 2 years. And remember all the injuries we had last season? Remember all the VAR decisions we had go against us last season, way worse than you? You're not going to even reach that points tally. And you're not going to win anything. We won a Carabao Cup last year. So that's why it's embarrassing. It's big up to SR. It's embarrassing. It's disrespectful. That's just the truth of the matter. And I think I'm looking at like Mikel Arteta, and you can't be a sore loser and not have anything to back it up.
So are you losing respect for him? That's what you're saying?
No, it's not even about losing respect. It's not even about that. Like, I think that's like saying stuff like lose respect. But what does my respect matter anyway for Arteta? I just think there's a way to conduct yourself. Sore loser, you get to be a sore loser when you're Jose Mourinho. You get to be a sore loser when you're Pep Guardiola. You get to be a sore loser when you're Jurgen Klopp, when you're Ferguson. You can't be a sore loser and be Arteta with an FA Cup on your books. I'm sorry. That's just wrong. That's just wrong in all cases. Like, it comes a point in time where you have to go like, this season we were not good enough. Liverpool were much better than us. And actually, the fact that Liverpool have more points than Arsenal the last 2 years in the same exact game week shows us that. Proof. It literally is proof.
On 1 point.
Yes, but that's not the point, Egal. Arsenal were amazing for the last 2 years. Okay, Liverpool have more points than the amazing Arsenal. So how does that make? What does that make us then? Extra amazing, even by 2 points. More amazing, a bit more amazing. That's why I do think that we will be a bit more serious this Sunday than the other games, because I feel like there's way too many narratives. Way too many narratives. Call that Nas right now.
He's here. He just.
Yeah, I know, but he's probably on a space. Want to bet? Let me look at my.
God knows what he's doing. But my question to you is: you've rested your team, all these digs and everything.
Oh, we ain't gonna rest anyone this Sunday. Watch.
This Sunday, do you rotate again?
Nope. No one's getting rotated. It's just gonna be Bradley for Trent and the starting 11.
Liverpool's full team versus Arsenal on Sunday.
Yeah, I think we're gonna play the entire first 11. I think it's gonna be Alisson, Bradley, Van Dijk, Konate. I think it's gonna be Tsimikas or Robertson. He might give Tsimikas a go, to be honest. And then I think it's gonna be Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, McAllister, and then I think it's gonna be Salah. And then the front line, you never know with Slot. He might start Jota, he might start Diaz up top. I don't know, but I do think that we're gonna see like Gakpo, Diaz, Jota, blah blah, whoever, like one of the main ones. So it won't be Nunes and Chiesa.
So you're saying Arsenal, you guys are coming to try to end us, like that's what you're doing?
No, it's not even about end you. It's about the game. That it actually matters. It matters in terms of narratives and fan base. You know, if your fan base is
not going to get game time.
Say it again.
Endo's not going to get game time.
He might. Listen, I might be 100% wrong. I'm only telling you my prediction. Maybe Slot starts the bench players. At the end of the day, here's the thing. People need to understand this. If Liverpool lose the next 3 games, it means nothing. Done. I won the Premier League. I give no shit whatsoever about the result. I do care a little bit about this Sunday, though, because I want to beat Arsenal. I want to beat Arsenal because of you. Because I know you. That's why I want to beat Arsenal. Because I know Ashraf. Because I know Saad. Because I know Arsenal frauds like yourself. I want to beat Arsenal.
You know what? I need to win because, number one...
You've disrespected Liverpool so much, Egal, this season.
The number one reason why we need to win, for me, is because just get this whole top 5 bullshit out of the way. Because Newcastle, if we lose to you and we lose to Newcastle, HAMZA is going to be sitting there like, haha, Man City's above you. or he's gonna say we're level on points with you with more wins. I know what Hamza's gonna do. Right away, he's gonna look at the table and he's gonna say, Arsenal, we're so close to you, and they're gonna make this whole arguments about stupid points about who's higher in the table and everything else. And you know something? If we lose to you, we lose to Newcastle at home, our final game of the season, which we never lose our final game of the season at home, and then we go into the Southampton game needing to win to get Champions League football, and we could potentially finish anywhere between 5th all the way to 3rd.
I think you need to ask Hamza this question better.
Hamza, what are you saying? Who needs the win more?
Do you hear what he's saying, Hamza? He wants to get top 4.
Hamza, where are you?
Is Hamza frozen?
What the hell's going on? Yeah, he's frozen.
Oh God!
I was gonna say I've never seen him. I've never seen his face still for that much in my life.
I thought he was looking at the screen. I was just trying to get him involved.
Yeah, I've never seen him. You can see his blank face.
He's like, Arsenal fighting. Arsenal want to get Champions League football. For us, we obviously can't go from anywhere.
You know what Egal and Yardman said to me the other day on Dan Potts' channel? You probably seen it.
What did they say?
They said,
"Oh, I watched that stream. I saw the Europa League thing."
Bro, I think that stream was legendary, by the way. But
I think Yardman and Ligan have just had enough and they want to win. That's it.
No, they basically said that they're so disillusioned by this team that they have gotten to the point where they would take a couple steps back to just see something.
I don't think you can make semis of UCL again.
No, but what about the fact that they're saying they would rather drop down to the Europa League just to win a trophy? Isn't that crazy?
It's not really, because the Europa League trophy gets you Champions League qualification as well. No, is it that crazy, really?
Bro, we were just in a semi-final of the Champions League.
Surely yeah, but I don't think you're going to be back there again next year.
No, but surely you want to progress and push on from there. You don't want to just say, hey, let me drop down to Europa League because it's an easier trophy.
Hamza, you're such a loser. I want you to know this.
Hamza, what's going on with you today, man? Don't play music, bro.
Hamza's
gone.
His whole camera's off. Hello, Hamza.
Hamza, there's music in the background.
My internet was bad. My internet, I don't know why. Can you hear me?
No, your internet is not bad. Egal is worried about top 4. Talk to him, Hamza.
There's music in the background.
Is Egal but internet good? Or is it me?
Yes. Yes.
You're good.
Oh, good. Okay. What are we talking about? Top 4 or we talk about the Champions League?
No, he's asking. He's worried about top 4. He wants to get top 4. Talk, Hamza. Tell us your thoughts on Arsenal this season. Go on.
I said it before the season started. I said they will be left trophyless. I said at the end of the day, I thought there's no way they win in the league. I put Liverpool. We're favourites. Liverpool second, and when I fell off, I said Liverpool are gonna take it. I thought there's certain things that makes me believe that you haven't done it because you've never had the history to do it. In how many years? I know you've come close, but I think this season, I've said it to you, Liverpool win the league. And you know what? I've come to be proved right again. I told you this season we're going to win the treble, that you're not going to win the league. You called me on 25th of December. I'll never forget, I was going to Bristol. You said, HAMZA winning the league. I told you win the league, we won that league. The year after that, I told you win the league. And this year, same thing, I said, you're not going to win the league. And again, I've been proved right. To me, I think the thing is a lot of Arsenal fans have to accept that it's not been good enough for them this season, because this Arsenal team is not. You can rave about how much you've got and all this close you are, but at the end of the day, you'll be judged on your trophies. That's what happens to every other team. You would be judged on what you've won at the end of the day. At the end of the day, to me, I've had a failure season. I don't protect that. I don't accept that. I cannot accept that. To me, I think I failed completely. Whether I win the FA Cup, and I come second, failure. That is not acceptable for Manchester City. That's not acceptable standards. I know we've got credit in the back. People say, relax, you got 4 in a row, you got treble, you did a quadruple, you've won everything you need to win. But to me, I don't accept that. The day I start accepting that, I'll accept that failure. I will never accept that. I'll never protect failure. I'm the biggest guy that's fighting City fans about how bad it is for us, like this season. we've had a terrible, terrible season. Egal, have you ever thought Man City will ever go 1-14? 1-14. Egal, 1-14 games. Egal, from October to January, we were losing. People were so bantering us. Oh, you're finished. Oh, you will never come back. Look at my Pep Guardiola. He's scratching himself. He looks bad. He's so stressed. Pep Guardiola can never do it. Look at the way we've rattled him. You beat us 5-1. We lost to Tottenham 4-0 at home. We lost to Bournemouth. We lost to Palace. We lost, bro. The losses we were taking. Everyone. We were 2-0 up against PSG. We lost 4-2. We were 3-0 up against Feyenoord. We were 3-3. Egal, we were bad. We were bad, Egal. It was bad. But you know what?
Do you know that Man City has one more win in the Premier League than Arsenal? You know how mad that is?
Because of our draws. But we don't.
No, but Egal, that's still embarrassing. I'm not even doing the banter thing. It really is.
Man City have doubled the
we have less draws.
Man City have doubled the defeats that we do.
Yeah, but the fact that they went 1 win in 13 and they still have one more win than you is mad.
Bro,
it's mad. You have to admit
you could double our defeats, add one more, and that's where you get to Man City. Man City have 9 defeats. We have 4. We've only lost 4 times this whole season. The fact that we have 13 draws shows me where the issue has been all season.
No, one second. Egal, let me finish my part.
No. The issue
we've been so bad. We've been so bad. Everyone's mocked us, including your fan base. They've said we won in 1.
You deserve to get mocked.
Yeah. We shouldn't even be there. We shouldn't even be in this conversation. We should not be in this conversation at all.
Bro, because you spent 200 million. You have a league-winning team.
You see the fact that you protect your failure by trying to justify how well you've done. To me, the worst team this season is your team, Arsenal Football Club. How can you lose the FA Cup to Man United? This Man United side, you got knocked out in Emirates. That was the biggest red flag. To the worst Man United team in history. They walked into your stadium and they beat you. Egal, this Man United side get beat by Brentford. Everyone bashes them in Old Trafford. Imagine
we lost in penalties.
No, but it doesn't matter. You're in Emirates against Carling Cup, second cup competition. You lost 3-0 or 4-0 to Newcastle, home and away. Eddie Howe battered him, outplayed him, outclassed him. Newcastle were a better team than him. So you look at that. Newcastle nicked you up. Liverpool with Slot, who's not even spent money, who had only Chiesa as a signing. That is the worst one. That is the worst.
Okay, you know what?
But one second. I am now 3 points behind you, Egal. 3 points behind you.
That's mad.
And I won 1-14. And you want to come here to tell me, oh, let and guess what, Egal? I'm 3 points behind you, Egal. You lined up a Bournemouth first team. You said you didn't line up a strong line. Egal, your manager cared about reputation, finished second. You know what it hurts me? Is the interview he gave. He said, oh, you know the number of points Liverpool winning the league. We could have won the league last year and the year after that, the year before. That showed me a manager who's basically obsessed that everyone's talking about him badly. Sam, yes or no? He's obsessed that people are attacking his reputation. He's now going into defensive, saying things people are not. I say, what are you meaning? What are you saying? Even the Champions League.
You know what? We're going to stay on this topic.
So I'm 3 points behind Egal. 3 points behind you. I smell blood. Yeah, I smell blood. I'm seeing Arsenal fans. I told you don't lose to Bournemouth. You've lost to Bournemouth. Don't lose to Liverpool because I will win at Southampton. Yeah?
But you'll be level on points with us and we'll still be able to.
And that's the most shameless thing. This is my worst team that I've seen in the last 10 years. And I'm on level on points with your team. And Chelsea are 4 points behind. Is it 4 points behind or 5 points behind you? Chelsea.
4 points.
Newcastle 4 points. Nottingham Forest are like 5 points. You are dragged into that race. Liverpool, I think the worst shameless thing, you're going into that defeat. We've got more wins than you, less draw than you, but losses, we've got more losses than you. Look at that. We've got more wins, less draw than you.
Let me just say this. First of all, I'm going to come back to this in a second. Shout out everyone in the comment section. Do me a favor, please do hit that like button right now. Saka bottle job again. He's not that level, man. If you watch those 2 performances and you're saying Saka's the problem, I don't know what's your problem. you're honestly delusional. A half-fit Saka was the best attacker for Arsenal throughout this whole Champions League campaign.
We should have finished that chance. Big chance, man. The lights
He
are
should
on.
have. He should have. But he
That's
still.
Sterling. It reminds me of Sterling.
He scored versus Real Madrid. He scored versus PSG. He did his job.
The rest great of the team players score in big games and they take
Bukayo
it to the next level.
Bukayo Saka, to sit here and to say Bukayo Saka is not him is actually just bad.
I think when the pressure's hard, he doesn't deliver. I think the pressure's come too hard for him. Couple of season again.
Surely you're bantering and you're not serious.
Bro, last season, Aston Villa at home. What are you doing? You those are the games. Liverpool have just lost to Crystal Palace. You're going to a game. Saka, deliver if you're a top player. I've seen top players like us. Bernardo carrying the whole season. Forget one game. The whole season.
Saka did his job. The team let him
down. Gundogan's carried the league title.
Bro,
Rodrygo's coming in the league title.
Saka set up the chance for Martinelli in the first game. Didn't do nothing.
Second leg when you needed to score that game.
Saka in the second leg scored a goal. He also had a wonder goal almost saved for.
But did Arteta not say he had a bad game? Did Arteta not say that
he did not have a bad game? Martinelli and Trossard did.
But Arteta said he had a bad game? Arteta said he's a bad game.
No, he didn't. What are you talking about?
What are we doing here? Did you listen to the interview?
Bro, you're chatting shit. I'm sorry.
Let me find it. 1 second.
HUSAM. At least you back me here. He's trying to say Saka's.
Saka's not the problem. Saka's not the problem.
Yeah, but he doesn't deliver in big games, Sam.
Arteta's the problem.
Wait. Arteta's the problem. Go ahead.
Yes, Arteta's the problem, not Saka.
Why?
I think Saka, under a serious manager, under a strong manager, would cook. If Saka played right wing at Manchester City, he would absolutely have much better numbers. He would be way more effective. I think the problem with
on Arteta.
Yeah, completely, 100%. Everything that's happened this season proves that this guy is not good enough because there is always a reason. I'll tell you exactly what I mean. Here's why Pep Guardiola is great. Pep Guardiola won a league title with Kevin De Bruyne playing false nine. Listen to this again. Kevin De Bruyne played false nine. That's why Pep Guardiola is great. When Jurgen Klopp, when we won the league title, there were games where Shaqiri played the right wing. There were games where Origi played up top. There were games where Milner played. Oxlade-Chamberlain played. There were games where Milner played left back. This season, even now under Arne Slot, he's essentially had to play with no striker because Jota and Nunes are just as useless as each other, and we all have to say the truth here. Diaz has good spurts here and there. Gakpo has good spurts here and there. Fair enough, Salah is amazing, no problem. Szoboszlai, Slot himself called him out and said he needs to do better in the final third. He has no DM. He found the solution. And here's the thing now. You want to know the difference?
The solution was Mo Salah.
Hear me out. If you need an ideal scenario to win, you will never win. Because no club will ever have ideal scenario. I go into next season already, I know Liverpool will have injuries, City will have injuries, Arsenal will have injuries, everyone will have injuries. This is part of the game. Yeah, it's part of the game. This is just the reality of the situation. You have to walk into a season ready for plan B, plan C, plan D, and you have to be just execute.
And that's the reason why they win it.
Do you see me say like we need to have the starting 11 every single game from 38 game weeks? You think we had the starting 11 all year long? We had Alisson, who is the best goalkeeper in the world or second best, out for a significant period of time. We had Trent, who's gone to Real Madrid because he's the best right back in the world, out, and we played Conor Bradley. We had Kwanzaa playing next to Van Dijk. We had Gomez playing next to Van Dijk. We had Tsimikas play left back, Robertson play left back. We've had Endo play, Curtis Jones play, Harvey Elliott play, Tyler Morton played, by the way. We've had in the front line, Jota and Nunes being absolutely useless. So this is the thing that you need to understand. Like, we're looking at a scenario where Egal thinks that it must be completely like ideal scenario, perfect world, and then Arsenal will win. But guess what? Football is never a perfect world, ever. Can I give genuine example? Let's say you're linked to Gyökeres, right? I give you a real scenario right now. So you sign Gyökeres. Gyökeres starts doing really well and he's cooking and everything. So in December, he gets an injury for a month. You now lose 5 games out of the 6 in December. Come May time, are you going to say again, the reason is Gyökeres' injury? Or are you going to hold the manager accountable? Because it's the same roundabouts. You will never have a perfect team. every single City and Liverpool team that have won the league over the last 7 years have had an injury somewhere for a long period of time. I can tell you what debunks your logic. You use injuries, right? Kevin De Bruyne was out for 4 months. Haaland was out for a month. Why didn't you win the league? Tell me right now.
Kovacic was out for 3 months. John Stones was out for 4 months. This season or last season? Last season.
No. Hamza, forget the season. Don't give him the out. Last season, Hamza.
I've got it.
Last season, Haaland out for a month. KDB out 4 months. 4 months, Kevin De Bruyne.
Kovacic was out for 3 months.
Why didn't you win the league? Tell me.
John Stones was out for 6 months.
You had no significant injury last year, by the way. You had no significant injury. Did Arsenal have any big injury last year? No, you did not. Why didn't you win the league?
There you are.
That's the thing. You can scratch your beard. It gives me no answer. It's the reality.
Man City beat us because we messed up against Villa.
There you are.
There you are. Accountability.
Manager
I did say that. 1 second. At no point did I make excuses last season. And at no point have I, to this point, ever made excuses about last season. We were not good enough. Man City were better than us last year. The reason, the year prior to that was the year I made excuses where I said Saliba got injured. Last season, we just weren't good enough. Fair play. We lost on the final day of the season. Man City were unbelievable to end the season, and they won the league. That, you got to give them their credit. One thing I want to go back to, though, see, people keep super chatting saying Saka, he bottled it in 2 Euros final, semi-final, and World Cup plus the Prem. Stop it, bro. Really and truly, if you're saying he bottled it because the England team didn't win 2 Euros and the World Cup, that's crazy. If you say at Arsenal he messed up in the Premier League and he messed up in the semi-final, I can make the case that Saka was literally the one carrying us, and it was many other people who fell apart in that situation. As for Arsenal, Arteta is the problem, bro. Failure to sign a proper number 9 is the biggest in his reign under 5 years. You know what? This one I agree with.
Look at my jacket. No,
I'll meet you, okay? HUSAM, this is probably Arteta's biggest blunder. A number 9. He knew you need to have a good goalkeeper and a good forward line to win, but he never got a good forward line. He got a good goalkeeper, and he changed it after that too when he realized Ramsdale was a problem.
Yardman gave you the response on the Dan Potts show, but you didn't want to hear it. I heard what Yardman told you.
What?
First of all, Egal, let's all stop acting. You know that Arteta has a say in transfers. Stop this. Don't lie. If he wanted a striker in the summer, he would have gotten one. Yes or no? Do not lie.
I think he should have gone for a striker, but I think maybe he believed Arteta believed that Kai Havertz would have been enough. And going into the season, I thought we had enough. To this day, I still think if our players would have stayed fit, we would have given you a better fight. But that's a what if scenario. You know what I mean?
So if the manager is one of the reasons why you didn't sign a forward, and then you end up losing the league because you didn't sign a forward, then the manager anyway is at fault. So now what?
We now need to go and address that. That's why the board got Edu replaced, and Andre Berta now can be the guy who evaluates the squad and the makeup of the squad, and the manager is taken out of the firing line.
Yes,
I'm not saying all the pressure is on Andre Berta, but we definitely need to look at Arteta and be like, yo, yeah, why didn't he get a striker? But at the same breath, he wanted Isak. He wanted a striker in January. How come he didn't get a striker in January when he begged for it?
You say he begged for it, but even the Watkins thing was like the last 3 days of the transfer window. I don't consider that begging for it. Like, Arsenal weren't actively trying January 1st to sign a forward line player.
No, but once Saka got injured, Jesus was injured. He was pretty much like, yo, we got to do this now. And that happened.
Yeah, but Jesus was injured before.
Jesus got injured 5 days into December, bro.
Yeah, so a month before January. That's my point. And Havertz was injured before. Why weren't you linked to a striker beginning of January?
No, I mean 5 days into January, Jesus got injured. Saka got injured. December break, just before New Year's, after Christmas.
I understand. That's still before January.
Before Christmas. When was the Palace game? It was before Christmas, right?
Yeah, but that's still before January started. Once again, you just didn't prove my point. You literally just proved my point. So if he wanted a forward line player, he should have actively been pursuing a forward line player January 1st. Why did you wait till the end of the window for the Watkins thing? Also, can I remind you of something?
Yeah.
John Duran was available in January. Remember this?
We wanted Ollie Watkins. They offered us Ollie Watkins. They were willing to sell him. We weren't willing to pay the price. And that right there is down to the board, letting down the manager and saying, you know what? They basically, I think this is what happened, Husam. I think they said to themselves, we're not going to catch Liverpool, and we're probably not going to win.
Liverpool. You could have had a better chance winning UCL.
I think they threw away the season basically.
There you go then.
Without making a signing in January, they threw away the season, and I'm not putting that solely on Arteta. Two things that I'm not holding Arteta accountable for is the injuries and the not signing the striker in January. And the reason why I'm not putting the injuries solely on him, some of them are sure unluck. It's just unlucky, some of them. Some of them is accumulation of game time.
I do feel like you're waiting for an ideal scenario which just never happens.
Sam, one thing you raised.
Football is not an ideal.
One thing Sam raised a big point. The fact that
I changed my mind. I changed my mind on Arteta in January or December time when Saka got injured. I basically changed my mind on the whole Arteta sacking and
no, because you don't. You
because at that point. In the back of my mind, I basically said, you know what? If Liverpool win the league or if they don't win the league, I cannot judge my manager.
Yeah, because you know why? You know what? A lot of your fan base believe Arteta is bigger than your football club, and that's the criticism.
That's not true.
Not 100%.
That's not
How
true.
can a manager get away with so many years?
Even Husam wouldn't even co-sign that.
No,
You believe people think that?
No, 100%. You believe you're so privileged as a football club to have Arteta so much that you don't believe nothing else, that he's the right man. Despite him failing, he's the only manager that gets away with it. It's a joke. How many years he's been there? I was there 2019 in December. Wallahi, with Lives, when he took off, when he beat you 3-0, that was his first day when he became your manager. That's December 2019. Now we're going to be in December 2025. So that's going to be 6 years. 6 years. 6 years of literally no major trophies except one FA Cup and 2 Community Shield. That's the only trophies he's got. One FA Cup. Can you imagine the fact that managers like Amorim might have come in 6 months later, took over from another manager, won a Europa League, and he's got 6 months, he delivers a trophy. Can you imagine your rival Spurs having a trophy this season and you not having a single trophy? No an FA Cup, no.
You want that. You want that. Obviously. You want United to lose. And you want Spurs.
One second. So
of course I want Spurs. Bro, me and Hamza support Manchester City and Liverpool. Of course we want United to lose. Of course.
No, I want Man. You know
what? The most chaotic thing ever.
No. 1 second. Egal. It's coming literally shameless. If you're an Arsenal fan and you're still backing Arteta, really focus on something else, please. You have the biggest loser mentality, because if he's not being blamed this season, that means to me, you feel your football club is privileged to have a loser.
All right, let me stop.
And I believe because you can't make it
there. I want to touch on 2 topics before we move on. First, we got Liverpool. Husam, are you still there?
Yeah. I just want to go get the toothpick.
If Liverpool swap Jota and Nunes for Havertz and Jesus, they would still have won the league. This is distraction of
and the crutch. Yes, we still would have won the league. Yes, I agree.
I think you get better if you have Jesus and Havertz if they stay fit.
There you go. So with a better team, you failed.
Jesus and Havertz are better than Nunes and Jota. It's just unfortunately Havertz.
So you're proving box of oranges' point then. So why are you making excuses?
I'm not making excuses about the squad.
You really are. You are.
I'm making excuses of execution. I'm saying you guys have been better at executing than we have, and you can put that on the manager.
Not the point.
You could put that on the fact that you have more.
I take out Liverpool strikers. I put Arsenal strikers in. We still win the league.
How about this? You take out Mo Salah for the same.
Here we go. But that's not the point you're bringing up.
But I want to know. You take out Mo Salah for the same amount of games as Saka missed. Do you win those games?
No, we do not win those games.
So that is
and what does that prove?
It goes to show you that Saka being missing for that long time period.
First of all, don't compare Saka to Salah because it's a level above. Missing on Salah is like a much bigger than missing on Saka. Much bigger.
Okay, fair enough. But
that's the thing. So it's not even a comparable.
Regardless, Arsenal were missing their main attacking option, and it does make a surprise, your attack's gonna fall off with him there.
Yeah, but Saka's not Salah, so it's not the same thing. If I'm missing on the player that has just won player of the season by the biggest margin ever, it's not the same as missing out on Bukayo Saka. It's not.
Apples and oranges, but regardless to that team.
No, it's not apples and oranges.
It still means the same importance to me. But hey, this is why I was asking. The question that I really wanted to ask is, well, you know me, they're gonna call me Netflix FC, but I'm looking forward to next year already because I can't do nothing this season. I can't do nothing this season. So let's Sam, I know you're laughing, but it's the truth. Unfortunately.
Oh God. When is it gonna end, Robbie? Hey, when is it gonna end?
First of all, what's your prediction for tomorrow? I mean Sunday.
I'm going Liverpool 3-1 win.
You're saying you're gonna smack us?
I think you're deflated and we're fresh.
What if the first thing is it's gonna be so embarrassing, wallah, when they do the guard of honor. Wallah, it's gonna be so bad. That is the most embarrassing thing. I think this is the most embarrassing guard of honor that I'll ever witness. Like a team, it was just been set up for everything. Can you imagine they were planning for this victory? They might win the Premier League in Anfield. They might have this another era.
Like 89, yep.
And guess what? Liverpool have now been crowned champions. They've been dunked out.
What about 2020? What about 2020?
They've lost it. Stop. Champions League. And you come out like a loser.
What about during COVID?
Wallahi.
Stop it, Hamza.
Wallahi, I'm waiting for that.
Hamza, 2020, Liverpool.
This is going to be historic clips.
Stop. 2020, who gave Liverpool their first guard of honor? Which team?
Me.
Yeah, that was.
I won titles. I won before that. The shamelessness that you have.
The champions. The champions. You know the champions clapping up. The champions. At that time, you guys were rivals.
But
at
your
that
guys
time, there was a rivalry.
You're the one that talked negative about
At that time, there was a rivalry.
We're not going to do a guard of honor.
At that time, there was a rivalry.
You're going to have to walk away, walk out in front of everyone. Wallahi, I pray Van Dijk does this. Wallahi, he does whatever he does. Oh my God. That will be the biggest clip of history, bro. Wallahi, you will never hear. Everyone are going to finish you. I want Saka to be in that lineup. I want Saka to be in that lineup. I want Declan Rice to be in that lineup, and I want Saliba. Please start them.
Morton,
I want them walking out.
Fair play. Salah was out for 17 games last year. You won 1 game. Fair play. I get it. But this season, his importance to your team was way more than ever before. He was literally your attacking outlet and nobody else.
Who?
Last year, you had a lot more combination play, more other players.
Salah's one of the greatest Premier League players of all time. You can't compare Saka and Salah.
Salah can. Husam, I'm gonna go and say, you know what, we're gonna get a draw because you guys don't need to win this game. We need to get something from this game, and then it can help us secure our situation right now in the league. And of course, we still have Newcastle and Southampton remaining. But if we were to lose to you and lose to Newcastle, we could be going into the final game of the season needing a win to secure Champions League football.
You went from title race to this and you still don't think the manager is the problem. That's the funny part. That's crazy, Egal.
Hey, well, that would be mad. Egal, you have to be out. Are you going to be Arteta out if that happens?
No, I'm not writing off.
That's what there you are.
This season, I'm not doing anything.
It's bigger than your football club. You've been even so privileged. You've never seen so good. You've never seen such gold before.
You're basically calling me a happy clapper. That's what you're doing.
Some fans. There's some fans that asked.
There were happy clappers in our own fan base last year.
There's some fans that asked the fan base when Arteta took Wallahi, they drew.
No, but I think it's over. Guys, on a real, 1 second, Hamza. I know you're doing the banter thing. I know you're doing the banter thing, but let me just explain something to you. I think we're over exaggerating with these statements. Like I seen Tobes on Instagram today do an 8-minute video explaining why he feels like Arteta is the best at getting away with it.
Tobes.
And I'm like, Bro, at this point, I'm not looking at Arteta because I look at this team and I say this team is good. We're set up well defensively. We're set up well, good overall at controlling.
You need a winner.
The issue that we have is, that clutch player in the forward line, that player that helps you get over the line, that player that helps you take a game and bury it instead of having it still be 0-0 or 1-1. That's what we're missing. We have
every year's excuse.
Why
every year you need?
No, but
last year was
the thing is,
about,
we had the same issue.
We had the same issue. Saliba was out last couple of games.
HAMZA,
this year you need a striker.
I'm not gonna let you gaslight me into this. We've had the same issues. It's not this different excuse. It's the same issue. It's just they did not address it last summer.
Bro, he chose not to have a striker. Arteta decided, I don't need a striker to win the league. So, and you're not gonna blame him. And you're not going to come up for him. And you said, even if you go to a game needing to win it to Southampton to secure Champions League football, you still rate him.
Imagine Arsenal.
Every Arsenal fan here, that you said in front of every Arsenal fan here, that if you lose to Liverpool, lose to Newcastle, and you go to Southampton needing a win, you're still not going to criticize Arteta. That means Arteta means everything to you, bro.
Because I have set my goal for let Arteta get himself the forward in the summer and the left winger, and we go again. And I'm going to talk about that in a second.
Yeah, and then if the forward gets injured, then it becomes again Berta's fault.
At this point, Husam, I really don't care. Whoever we bring in, if it's Gyökeres, if it's Sesko, you got to deliver with that player. Because you bought that player.
So are you going to be Arteta out if you don't? Are you going 1,000%? 1 second. I'll ask you a question. If you get a striker, whoever that striker is, you said, it doesn't matter. You're not going to judge. Remember, I'm going to ask you this. You said you don't care. If you get that striker and Arteta does not win the league, are you going to 1,000% call him out and say, Arteta has to leave the football club? Yes or no?
At this moment in time, I don't think there's...
No. Yes or no?
There's no more time.
So are you going to say, yes, he has to leave?
Next season, his final year if he doesn't deliver a major honor.
No matter what injuries you have, no matter how many injuries you're still gonna call him out.
Yeah.
So final year, and he has to deliver Premier League.
No, one of the other, the Champions League or Premier League. So
even if he delivers a FA Cup and Carling Cup, no Premier League and Champions, you will call him out.
Yeah, I've said that.
Are you not gonna change it because you keep changing your?
Yeah, you change it.
You flip-flop a lot.
You want to know why I can't believe you, Egal? Because you said the same exact thing last time.
Okay, how about this? He needs to win a trophy, a major trophy. That's what I'm saying.
What's a major trophy? What's a major trophy to you?
One of the major two.
Like Carabao Cup?
He can't win a
FA Cup. FA Cup?
He has to win the league or the Champions League. That's what I've said. That's my stance.
Fair.
Next season, regardless what happens, I need to see Arteta deliver one of those two. And if he doesn't, it's a situation where we now don't have a good enough. We now do have a better squad.
Seventh year. No manager has ever been given this.
At that point, once we've addressed the attack, we now have a better squad than the manager.
No manager has ever been given 7 years to deliver that. Imagine 7 years.
Sir Alex Ferguson was given 6 years to win a league.
Yeah, but guess what? He then went on to dominate. You don't ever compare.
Maybe Arteta can go on to dominate.
Like Fergie.
1 second. Let me just read
like Fergie. Like Fergie, yes or no?
I'm just giving a scenario.
And he dominate like Fergie? Yes or no?
I'm not guaranteeing anything. I just said it's hypothetical. He could. You never know.
He could become like Fergie.
Imagine Arsenal slumming it in Southampton while Salah's children are tapping in the medal ceremony. Fair play, box of orange. Yo, what's good, Alex? I haven't heard from Alex in a long time. You with the healthy squad would still be below Liverpool. That's guessing, Alex. We don't know this. With a healthy squad, I definitely think.
You would still be below us.
I still believe we'd push
because amazing Arsenal is below us.
You're complaining about VAR. Every decision Egal this season, you're looking at Liverpool score. Look at they go away with the penalty there. They go away with the penalty there. But now you've shut up. Do you know why? Because they're 15 points ahead of you, so you can't be mute. All
right. So what do you think is going to happen next season?
Egal. Well, you know, criticizing Liverpool for every decision they had. That's a penalty. Look at these guys. We never.
Bro, when you do that too, when you're facing a team in
but you're doing that a lot.
But you did that too. You did that too. When you're facing us in the title race, you did that too.
No, I've never done it.
You did. I remember last season. I remember last season when we went to Ipswich away. When we went to Ipswich away last season and we won 4-3 or something. Wallahi, I remember you coming on to YouTube and everywhere saying these guys are so lucky. Wallahi, you did that.
But guess what?
You did
we
that.
caught you up and beat you. We caught you up and
okay,
beat
you. Good job.
You're complaining when you don't win anything.
Good job.
Oh,
let's talk about the final topic. Let me ask Husam the final topic before he has to go, because he has to go do his show. Husam, tell me, what do you think is going to happen next season before we wrap up?
I don't know what's going to happen next season. Depends on the summer. According to reports, City just got rejected by Wirtz, so I don't know who they will sign. I don't know who you will sign. I don't know who I will sign. I cannot say this right now. There's a difference between signing Isak and signing Sesko. So it's a completely different conversation. So we can't sit up here like you want Jokeras. If Arsenal tomorrow sign Delap, what, are you excited? No, you're not.
No.
Exactly. So be honest. So I can not me, not Hamza, not Egal can say right now who's going to win 100%.
Do you think it's one of us three guaranteed?
Yes, 100%. Chelsea are far, United are far, Spurs are far.
Newcastle?
Come on, stop it. Newcastle are way too far to win a league title right now.
Fair.
Way too far. I think this summer is very significant for both of our clubs. Very significant, very important for your club and for mine. And for Hamza's club as well. There's one thing City did that's very smart. People are not deeping this. All the players that they signed in January now have 6 months of pre-season. Because all the players now are used to Pep, used to the league, used to the city, used to everything. So there's no adjustment period. They're ready.
Also, they needed those players for the Club World Cup.
Yes, that is true. They do have the Club World Cup.
That's another reason.
Yeah, we're gonna be tired.
But before you go, Husam, one more thing. You said you'd get rid of Arteta.
Yeah, you have to get rid of Arteta now. I think it's just football will never be an idealistic scenario ever. There is no such thing as ideal world in football. It just does not exist. And that's just the truth of the matter. At the end of the day, you're going to have injuries. You're going to have decisions go against. You're going to have bad moments. The great clubs, the great managers rise above the bad moments. And Arteta has shown that he is significantly not doing that. I think the fact he did not win the league last season with Haaland out and De Bruyne out is going to bite you forever. Because last season was your year. You won 16 out of the last 18 games. And then when Liverpool dropped points, you went and you lost to Aston Villa at home. Nothing to do with referees, nothing to do with VAR. That's the truth.
Conte is going to Napoli and he's getting Bill Gilmore and Scott McTominay and billing a league title.
Hamza's right, by the way. Hamza's right. You might think Hamza's trolling, but watch this. In the Serie A last season, by the way, Napoli finished like 10th.
Look at that Conte.
We had
and he's doing it without Osimhen, without Kvaratskhelia. You can't say we're the best squad.
Hansi Flick has gone to a youthful Barcelona side who are being struggling. Wallahi, youth Barcelona side. Pedri, Fermin Lopez, Gavi. He's brought Frankie de Jong playing wall. Kubasi in centre back. Bro, they're battering teams. They're going to.
I just want to ask one more question.
Look at Xabi Alonso. He went to think and got by them because doing the league. He's gone to Madrid now. Says Fabregas has already changed the mentality at home.
Husam's going to leave in 3 minutes. I'm going to.
Company has won the league title.
We're going to have a conversation. Okay. Shout out to everyone in the comment section. Big up to this guy here who just said this, didn't even put a super chat. Big up to you. How do I pronounce your name?
Arhan Thakar. Big up to you.
Arhan Thakar.
Big up to you. Redneck says, did you at any point were you first on the table this season?
No, you were not. That's the thing. Even with your whole team fully fit, we still won the league.
Yeah.
Fair play. Alex, you're right. We were never first. Husam, do you believe that Arteta at another club could be successful? Or do you think he's the problem by himself and Arsenal just need to move on?
I think Arteta is one of the problems, and I think he needs to move on to a different club. You know, maybe a club of like a bit lower standards, because Arsenal fans won't be more patient with him anymore. Next season is going to be the year. Now, here's the thing. Arsenal fans being patient and Arsenal board being patient are two different things, because the board is never going to sack Arteta. That's just the truth. The board will never sack Arteta. It's not about us or what you think. The board will never sack him. But if the fan base turn and the Emirates is empty,
money. Your American owners want money. They don't care. Your American owners don't care about success, the most important thing. So if they're seeing you guys buy shirt and back in the, why are they going to sack him? You've always felt for 21 years, 22 years, no one a league tie. You're not used to it.
No, but the Cronkies are not as big as losers as people make them out to be, man. They might be, they might be a little cheap. They might be a little cheap, but they are ambitious to win. Just look at what they've done in the NFL, the NBA, and everything else.
So if the Cronkies are ambitious, then it's Arteta's fault, then, right?
They'll sack him.
Oh, I think it's the people like Edu, Tim Lewis, Richard Garlick. They're the ones making the mistakes. When Isaac was available for 45, 50K.
You're doing what Chelsea fans do. When Stanley out, Stewart out, same thing.
I wish you kept Kevin De Bruyne. I wish we had kept more Salah.
You know something? Kevin De Bruyne is available. Kevin De Bruyne is available right now.
I would take
him like that. Kevin De Bruyne is available right now. Put him on 200K a week. Give him a 2-year deal. I'll take him. Why don't we do stuff like that?
Your manager, your football club, your owners don't care about winning. I told you before.
Husam, you gotta go. You got your show coming up. I'm gonna redirect to you. Me and Hamza are gonna stay on quickly to talk about Florian.
Yeah, enjoy your show. You guys enjoy.
You enjoy your weekend. I'll catch you Monday on the show.
See you.
All right, peace out, bro. Hamza. Now let's talk. Florian Wirtz. He rejected you. What do you say?
Listen, me, Bayern, Real Madrid were in a race. Yeah. To me, I don't think
it's over. You don't think it's over?
Christian Falk is tier 1. I can't. Christian Falk is a tier 1 journalist. Okay, fair enough. Xabi Alonso's come out and said that he's not made his mind. But listen, to me, Real Madrid won him, Bayern Munich won him, and I won him. The problem is, Egal, when you're playing with Bayern Munich, you know how the politics works. Leroy Sané, back in 2018, player of the year, Man City, was outstanding at Man City. Didn't get chosen to go to the World Cup. Guess what they said? Unless he plays for Bayern Munich, he will not get chosen. They chose Brandt from Dortmund, who had a stinker season. Guess what? Leroy Sané had to go. So Bayern Munich this is why that league is a farmers league. That farmers league, has an issue of, I've never seen shamelessness. It's like Spurs selling to Arsenal. Liverpool sells to Man United. Basically, shamelessness. This German football is all the hierarchy is Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich is everything to them. How can you leave Xabi Alonso and Bayern Leverkusen?
Bro, listen, look at this. Bayern have found out that Florian Wirtz has a release clause in his contract valid since.
But that's in 2021. That was 2021.
What the hell am I talking about?
That's 2021.
Here's another one. According to Bill, Bayern Munich have reached an agreement with the player. So and it does look like it's serious, bro.
He wants to join Man City, but his dad is the guy who's pushing for Bayern Munich. He's
bro.
Bayern Munich fan.
I don't think his dad. I don't think his dad. Yeah, I don't think he wants to join Man City.
Pletigo said it. Pletigo revealed his dad is the guy who's pushing him. His dad is the guy who's.
Show me where it says he wants to go to Man City.
The whole Bayern Munich fans.
Show me where it says he wants to go to Man City.
Google Wirtz choice is Man. Go. I'll find it. 1 second. Type Wirtz, Man City, dad, Bayern Munich. That's it. The problem is he wants to play for Pep, but dad is the guy. Pep Guardiola has convinced him, but his dad's blocking the move. Welcome, and he's a good boy. He listens to his dad. He says, I earn £150 a week. His dad gives him the money to spend money.
But you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? Instead of Florian Wirtz, you guys have now shifted your attention to another player. But let me just read the super chat quickly. LFC 226 says Arteta has tweaked his system. If Arsenal want to win the league next season, he is too risk adverse. He wants control every single moment, but no one can. You know what? I agree with you, LFC. But Arteta, what he lacks is not being risk adverse. It's allowing his attackers to do what they need to do best. And maybe you're right. Maybe he does need to rein it back a little bit to let us go forward. But quickly, just before we end it off, shout out to everyone in the comment section, bro. You're going from Florian Wirtz to Gibbs-White. How do you feel about Gibbs-White?
That's shamelessness. I told you before. Me, I'm not like you. I don't do this. Morgan Gibbs-White is not a signing that we need. Morgan Gibbs-White is only coming for homegrown. He's a good quality player for a player like James Milner, runs around, can do the donkey work, whatever it is. But he's not a player that improves Man City. Florian Wirtz is a player that improves Man City. Okay, fair enough. Egal, if he's not available, you know German football. They've already convinced him. If you want to play for Germany, stay with Jamal Musiala. You guys going to be heading for Bayern Munich. You can play together all these years. Probably that's what's convinced him, but that's his choice. But Man City need to move on to the next target. You have to have a plan A, plan B, plan C. Last time plan A was Bellingham, they went to plan B, which was Matthias Nunes. I'm sorry. Man City
well, who do you want? Who do you want?
I think if they can't, if KDB goes, I would want Xavi Simons plus Al-Khalouch at Monaco. I like that boy, Al-Khalouch at Monaco. The Monaco, Ben Segui and Al-Khalouch are top players, upcoming top talents of football. Mastonia River Plate or Bayern. Give me those, one of those three plus Siemens. And I know I'm ready. Because I know
you're saying Gibbs-White is not good enough. He comes to your team, you're viewing him as another
good enough, man. Everyone, look at me. I'm honest. He's not good enough. He's not good. And I'll not lie to you. He's not good enough to Man City. Any Man City fans telling you Gibbs, are you impressed with Gibbs-White? Are you scared of Gibbs-White? No, there you are. So why am I going to lie to Arsenal fans are praying that I get Gibbs-White. But we're only getting him. Guess what, Egal? Homegrown, probably. Homegrown talent. Because to me, I'd have gone for Adam Wharton.
If you get Florian Wirtz, I'll be scared. If you get Gibbs-White, I'll be like, eh.
No, but he's not the only
one. Same way, if we get Gyökeres and we get Rodrygo, you're going to be like, wow.
Yeah.
But you want Rodrygo also.
Yeah, I think we'll get a top signing, no doubt about it.
Do you want Rodrygo? Because I seen Man City linked to Rodrygo also. I was like,
Rodrygo's
Arsenal want Rodrygo, Liverpool want Rodrygo, Man City want Rodrygo.
I don't know whether the agent is using us for this, but by God, I think football we need to move on to this new guys who are coming, River Plate, Mastoni.
Oh, so you don't rate Rodrygo?
No, I rate him, but no, I want a player like this Al-Khalouch guy, the guys at Monaco. They're the top player. I said about João Neves when he was at Benfica. I told Man City fans about Martin, we need to get João Neves when he was at Benfica. Guess what? We made a mistake. He went to bloody PSG. Look at him now.
No, but look at this. 100 million. Would you spend it on Rodrygo?
But TBR football, I'm not spending 100 million on Rodrygo. I'm sorry.
And the source is shit. I know.
I'm not spending. Have you watched that Al-Khalouch guy from Monaco?
No, I haven't.
Okay, Monaco have got 3 players who are good. Lamine Camara, Al-Khalouch is a top player, and Ben Segir is 18 years old. Yeah. No, who?
The centre back that they have. I forget his name.
Oh, you're talking about they said a single.
Monaco, don't Monaco have what's his name? Birith, who's killing it.
Single, you talking?
No, Birith, the former Arsenal.
Yeah. But there's a boy that he's going to a big team. Al-Khalouch and Ben Segir are going to the top. They're top Algerian, North African are producing good talents. Like you've got one in
Al-Khalouch looks good.
That guy.
What about Singo?
Singo is good. He can play as a right back and a centre back. He's good, but I want player like Al-Khalouch. Have you seen River Plate Mastoni? That guy, star boys to the top. But the thing is, are we gonna do that? Because Egal, you're right. This summer,
how many young players are you gonna sign? You need some more experience also. You're gonna lose Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, John Stones. Who else?
Walker. No. The problem is Egal is a homegrown. How many homegrown do you need to?
John Stones has played less minutes than Reece James. Apparently.
How many homegrown do you need in England? You need 8, I think. 8.
What's the homegrown quota? 7, right?
7 or 8. Okay. Let me count Man City. Scott Carson, Rico Lewis, Ake.
One second. Homegrown. What's the homegrown rule in the Premier League?
How many do you need? How many homegrown players do you need? Guys, find out. I think it's 8 or 7. 8
Okay,
to 7.
so you can have 17 non-homegrown players. Out of the 25-man squad, you're allowed to have 17 non-homegrown. So you
Okay.
need to have minimum 8
8.
homegrown players.
Okay. So let's go.
So
Carson.
that includes academy players.
Okay. Carson, 1. Rico Lewis, 2. Ake, 3. Stones, 4. I'm counting everyone now. Kyle Walker, 5. Phil Foden.
Kyle Walker's gone. Kyle Walker's
Yeah, he's
gone.
gone. Okay, Phil
Phil
Foden,
Foden.
5. Jack
You need
Grealish,
3 more.
6.
You need 3 more.
Nico Reilly, 7. Makati, 8. Yeah?
No,
Those are the
7.
players.
You're on 7. You're at 7.
Makati,
You're at
Nico
7.
Reilly,
No, you've already said Nico Riley. You're at 7.
and Makati.
You mentioned McAtee.
No, Carson, 1. Rico Lewis, 2. Centre backs of Stones, Ake, 3, 4. Yeah? 4. Foden, 5. Makati, 6. Jack Grealish, 7. Nico Riley, 8. 8. Nico Riley. Oscar Bob, 9. Oscar Bob, 9.
Replace Jack Grealish with Rico Lewis, and you got 8.
No. Plus Oscar Bob 9. So we can win. That's what. So I think some of them
you got 9. You're good. You don't need it.
Okay, so some are going because of MGW, because they're trying to get rid of. So I don't know who's going. They're gonna keep Stones.
Stones, Grealish, Kyle Walker.
Stones staying. His contract's running out next year.
Okay, Jack Grealish, Kyle Walker. Who else?
So that's the most likely.
Maybe you flipped Rico Lewis. Maybe you don't rate Rico Lewis.
Rico Lewis, yeah, probably. So, but that's what I think.
Do you think Man City will challenge next season, bro? Before we go,
100%. That's why Pep stayed.
100%. You're challenging.
100%.
You think you could win it next year?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Because Pep, and it's crucial for us to get the right signing. Egal. We're getting 5-star in signing, and those 5 stars have to be top quality. I would go for Xavi Simons, Baleba, yeah, and that Al-Khalouch.
You know what? I'm happy. Every player you guys have gone for has kind of like rejected you. Florian Wirtz said no. Kimmich said no.
Kimmich is old.
So far, I'm happy that majority of the big players you guys have gone for worked out. And also, you guys went and got Gundogan back. We got Mikel Moreno. Turned out Mikel Moreno is a better signing than Gundogan.
Who?
Mikel Moreno has been a better signing than Gundogan.
What has Mikel Moreno won?
He hasn't won anything. But
Gundogan could have got me second.
He's had a better season. He's had a better impact than Gundogan.
No, a better impact is about what we won. Gundogan could finish second and win an FA Cup. Mikel Moreno has 0 trophies end of the season. How can he have a better season in the FA Cup? And Gundogan is 35. And you waited for this guy for 3-4 weeks. You waited for a signing for 3-4 weeks. And you're left with 0 trophies end of the season. I'm going to be left with at least an FA Cup. If Crystal Palace don't beat me, I've had a better season. I have had a better season, and my players, each single one, have had a better season than your players. Whether you like it or not. You know who's let you down? Odegaard. Martin Odegaard. I love that player.
I know that.
Martin Odegaard. To me, next season, end of the season, I'm waiting for you to falter at Liverpool. Once you falter at Liverpool, tomorrow I'm playing 3 o'clock. I'm getting my 3 points. We're level on points, Arsenal fans. We're level
at the goal difference
points now. Yeah, you can't chat to. We're both second. You will never chat to me. Now, tomorrow, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I'm calling every Arsenal fans out. Every single Arsenal fans. 3 o'clock, I'm second. Only on goal difference.
You're not second. 1 second. You're not second. You're not scoring 7 goals tomorrow. How many goals do you think you're going to score?
Bro, tomorrow we might have to score 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, but even then, what's the goal difference between me and you? 9.
Is it 9?
9 goals.
Okay, fair enough.
So even if you win,
but you're losing to Newcastle or drawing to Newcastle.
Even if you win, you're sitting in 3rd.
Fair enough. But at least we're level on points.
You are waiting for the moment where you're ahead of us in the table mathematically, aren't you?
Yeah. Because if we lose, wallahi, let me tell you, if we win those 2, if we come ahead of you.
What if you lose the FA Cup to Palace?
I don't want to comment about that.
All right, fair enough. Hamza, we need to do more content like this. Hopefully, I can bring you on more often. Everyone loved the little video we did last time. I'm gonna probably have to clip this up also. I appreciate your time, my brother. It's 11 o'clock on a Friday. Shout out to everyone who stayed back and chilled, and we will definitely need to catch up again soon. I'm gonna end it off here. Have yourselves a wonderful day, guys. Go to Husam's chat and say, what should we say to Husam's chat?
Say that no Ballon d'Or for Salah.
No Ballon. Say no Salah. No Ballon d'Or for Salah. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah,
no Ballon d'Or for
Salah. No Ballon d'Or for Salah. Oh,
anyways, we're out of here, people. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace. No. Say Dembele Ballon d'Or. Say Dembele Ballon d'Or. Dembele Ballon d'Or. That's even better. Dembele Ballon d'Or.
Dembele Ballon d'Or.
There you go. Anyways, we're out of here, people. Catch you guys in the next video. Love for the love, people. Don't know. Peace.